everyone, welcome back to the channel. Anon here. So with this video I would like to actually talk more about quality of life that I want to see getting updated on Honkai Star Rail. So at the moment on my account I'm level 67, right? Trailblazer level 67. Then it's pretty much kind of end game at the start of the game at the moment. So yesterday we had the Memory of Chaos reset, and I've already done all of them, right? So if you have a look at this, you know, I've done all of them with 3 stars using all of the units that I've got, and I autoed everything until 9.5, which is 9 phase 1. You know, phase 2 it's a little bit tricky because at the end we're going against Svarog and this direwolf, and for some reason, you know, I was using Celia, I think, and then Celia kept on hitting direwolf. The reason why is because Svarog will spawn the hen, not this hen, but a hen that is got to capture one of our team member, and it's the weakness is quantum, so I had to bring Silly, which is you know brute force damage anyway. So yeah, so as you can see here, these are my lineup. I guess, you know, I did get a lot of DPS. Not everybody will have it, of course. But with this, you know, day 1, you can auto most of them until 9, most likely, and 10. Sometimes you can manual, or you can sometimes auto. If you have a good enough blade, you can actually solo Kafka, which is ridiculous. This is quite difficult. This is because this is coming from, if you see in the new Voyage of Navis, it's the same enemy or similar as these two actually. So the final boss is actually this. There are 2 of this Ascended that has a 9 stacks of buff, and then you have to try and reduce the buffs up to 4 so that it won't be able to damage you massively. So here it looks like, oh, it's this this Prowler is the big boss in the final. No, it's actually this Decaying Shadows. I have 2 of them, and then both of them was similar, or is similar to you know, they are similar, sorry, to this, or, you know, the Ascended, which is kind of annoying. Was it the Ascended? Was it another one? I forgot. Basically that's the Amo Sit 10, or maybe the last Amo Sit 10, I kind of forgot. Yeah, so kind of really annoying, but even that, you know, once you know the tactic, you can just do it easily. So you get the first 600 of this. So anyway, what do I mean by quality of life, I suppose? Well, before I go there, let's discuss the upcoming banner, right? So we've got the upcoming banner is in the notice, right? In the notice, I think, right? Nesundorma. Now this one here, Kafka is the next one. I think it's pretty good, but I'm not too sure. I'll probably just try and get whoever anyway that I can get with rest of my ticket. And Luca is one of them, right? But the problem with Kafka is that you need to build Sampo, and you might probably need to build Surfall as well, so that her dot will be quite good. These 3 is basically any of 2 of these 3 will help Kafka do more damage, which is kind of a bit annoying, right? It's almost like Jingyuan kind of need what's her name? It's the same like Jingyuan would need Ting Yun to help his damage, for example, or you know, Bronya and Sealy, for example, or you know, Silverwolf and anybody else that is in the DPS range. So it's a bit annoying, right? I'm not sure how is she F2P friendly. She's not F2P friendly, to be honest. Yes, her kit might be. To me, Blade is so much more F2P friendly. Seriously, with Blade, you can do so many autos on so many different accounts. Dungeons, especially with Luocha. If you pair these two, like predominantly all of the
Forgotten Hall.
all of the Forgotten Hall and all the MOCU, for like one of them will need Blade. See this? Blade Luocha. Okay, Blade here. You can do with Luocha as well. Alright, this one looks like it doesn't have any, but if you look at one of them, the final boss has Blade in that. Okay, so that's the third one. Fourth one, looks like it doesn't have it, right? But in one of them, like you can brute force using Blade. Okay, so that's only one that doesn't have it. This one, like you can see, green again. 5, was it 5? 6. Another one here. 7. Right, looks like it doesn't have any. But here you can brute force, right? Okay. That was 7, wasn't it? And then 8 again, right? 9 again, and 10 again. Okay, only 2 out of 10 doesn't really need Blade, right? See how really useful Blade is. Now compared to Lightning. Okay, let's compare to Lightning. Okay, 1 Lightning there, none there, right? Right, not on the bosses. Right, not on the bosses. Not on the bosses. 2 already. Yeah, there's 1 there. There's 1 there. Alright, 6. There's 1 there. There's 1 there. Right, this one doesn't have light, right, at all. So that's 3. Right, this one has 1 here, and the last one, this one has, right? So compared to the Lightning, is 3. Of course, we just had Blade, so and then Kafka is tomorrow. So now you see more of the Lightning, but as far as I remember, Lightning is quite rare in MOC. But they put more Lightning right currently because people would want to do this easily, right? But even without Kafka, it's already done, And Blade is so versatile that you can do most of the content. Like you can do all of this pretty easily, like Echo of War, right? Echo of War, the enemies here. I think each of them, like this one, only this one doesn't have what do you call it? Both of these will need Blade, right? A lot of this, of course, is just dependent. I'm not too worried about any of this because they are just farming materials, right? But in Simulator Universe, for example, a lot of this can be just using Blade and Luocha Abundance auto, done, like seriously, or another healer, doesn't have to be Luocha. Okay, so he is very versatile. So I think, but of course, it just depends. Like for F2P, I think he's a good, I don't know, it's like he can fit into any teams. Okay, all the support that he needs. It's just a healer. And even the attack buffer, it needs to be somebody like Bronya, for example. But even that, like using you can also use Dingyun, right? You can also use, it's attack, you can also use Asta to buff speed. More speed, better. You get what I mean? So there are so many variety of what he can do. And also for the enemy debuffer, you can have Pella, for example, just doing the debuff. Now in terms of quality of life, what's my recommendation if you're really still thinking 17 hours left? well, at the moment of recording this, probably 15 or 12 hours left the moment I uploaded this to YouTube. And we, I think he's so much better in my opinion than Kafka for F2P or for low spenders, where, but you need to get his Litecoin. That's the only downside of it. While currently Kafka being said, oh, Kafka doesn't need her Litecoin and so on and so forth. Sure, right? Because she's it's not a main DPS, right? It's kind of like sub DPS. I don't know if she can be a main DPS, but at the end of the day, yeah, at the end of the day, I think Blade is so much more useful. Now, in terms of quality of life that I want to see, the first one is check-in. Right? Why do I need to do check-in in another, like here? If I click this, it goes to the website. Why can't it just open here, right? Or just click this and then it just checks in? Why do I need to go to a website to do it, or the app, for example? It's just not nice, right? Why can't you just build it inside of this game? Like, at the end of the day, they have built like this is an HTML based window. Let's just build it in here, right? Doesn't make sense. Just keep it simple. At the end of the day, it's just like, well, how many are you getting? Like, so many gacha games are doing that, right? It doesn't make sense. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is got to do with the way Relic works. Okay, this Relic, this is such a waste of stamina, right? Waste of stamina, because even like these sets, for example, silly sets, I'm looking for a better shoe. For example, it's keep on going to break effect. And why, if it's an attack roll, why does it have HP and defense? It's like, why? You got what I mean? Like it's different if it is like Blade, for example, right? Blade has inherently scaling up his what do you call it? His damage from HP, right? But not only HP, you will need the crit damage and crit rate, right? But it's just the way it's designed. To me, it's almost like for the sake of making it harder for the player, not really like making it easier for the player, and making it more enjoyable. Because this is basically the end game gacha, right? Looking for the pieces. Like right now, I'm trying to look for every single piece to have crit rate and crit damage, right? And HP, crit rate, and crit damage, because attack for him is useless, right? But I'm keep on getting break effect, right? Look at this break effect, right here. Same way, break effect resistance, But why? I don't need it. And HP flat and def flat. The problem is, like, if you synthesize something, for example, right, it takes you once a month to be able to actually create something here with customized synthesis that has self-modeling resin, right? There's sometimes you get an event that you get this. When you have this, then you can actually change the build, right? But what would you want something like this stats, for example, right? That is what do you call it? Like the set needs to have a specific role that is intended for the set. So for example, right, defense set, ideally you get more defense, HP, or anything that got to do with defense. Why would you want to roll an attack on a defense set where everything about defense set is just adding more damage, adding more defensive statistic to do more damage, right? Or to do more defense, right? It just doesn't make sense that you can get like crit rate, crit damage, why, right? Outgoing healing push, like that's the problem with this game sometimes, is that They just, oh, let me just combine two different elements that is opposite of each other just for the sake of making it, right? So for example, this damage of the MC, it's scaling based on, right? Not this one. Where was it? You know, deals fire damage, right? And then plus 112 of the Trailblazer defense to all enemies. Okay, fair enough, right? You know, or scales out of defense. So all of this defense, you know, everything is all about talking defense, right? But this here is basic attack. Sure, basic attack is just based on attack. But why don't you create where the basic attack is also scaling of defense? So all you need to do is to build him, just focus on defense and probably HP, right? To make him, you know, tanky and do more damage from his defense. Similar to Gepard, for example. But that's the annoying part, because when you do this, when you roll for this, what will happen is, as you can see in some areas, you will get crit rate, you will get attack, right? Flat defense, flat attack. You know, like, why, right? Why do you want to do that and making it harder? And because, like, it doesn't look good. Like, you know, you will get trash most of the time, right? Because when you do, I don't have enough stamina, but you know, when you do this, you know, for example, if I'm looking for this, I will get so many like break effects or defense and things like that I really don't need. This is the quality of life that I want to see if they can change it, you know, like change the way the sets have a specific, I suppose, percentage of the status, substats that you can get. So higher defense for defensive based, higher healing for the healing based, right? Higher attack for the attack based sets. Imagine if you try to get this Marketeer of Wild Weed, you're trying to get attack as much as possible. All you're getting is defense or break effect. Well, break effect is still kind of relevant because it's attack, but you get effect resistant, you get this and that. Like, what's the point, right? What is the point? So that's something that I want to see them changing. The other one is the speed of stamina build, right? Like, I want to play more, but I cannot because this full recovery 14 hours. Like, why do we have this, you know? Because, well, I know why, because they want you to keep on buying this to refill. But even that, this is also not just the same, it's going up in price. If I want to refill, it takes 50, and the next one 75, the following one 75, the following one is 100, and then 100 twice, and then 200, right? Like, well, I don't want to wail just for stamina, you know? At least increase the rate and increase the capacity. I think they are increasing the capacity to 240, which means it's pretty much 24 hours, right? You only have 10 per hours, right? So to actually do one here, for example, you keep, if you do just one, this, trying to get this set, for example, you might get something that's completely different, right? And then you spend the stamina that you have been saving for 4 hours for trash, you know? It's not great. So I think that's the kind of thing that, yeah, I would love for them to really change the way it works. Okay, so that's that. Assignments, you know, I wish they actually also increase more by the level, right? Get more, because man, leveling is tough. And then you get, like, look at the additional reward like that. Okay, provides 1000 character exp. Okay, 1000. Yeah, how much do you think a character would need to level up from, let's say here, from 76 to 80, right? You would need 308,300. Okay, so you need 308 of this little thing, right? 308 just to go up one level. And how many do you think this has? You get, right, you get 20 per 12 hours. Okay, maximum 40 for a day. 40. And then you need what you need 300 of these things. Okay, so which means you need at least a week doing this non-stop, like logging in every 12 hours and do this to actually level up one. Otherwise you need to do the leveling stage, which then, you know, gets you very small amount as well. You know, it's not nice. You know, and the next one, I want them to do more of the double stuff. So here it's great, right? We have double of this planner. I spent 12. You know how many I've got? I think I've got like, so minimum 48, right? Minimum 48. Sometimes you get 3 on some of them. Let's say you get 50 of these planner pieces. I only got 2 that I could use. And it even them is might be because I'm not getting the one that I wanted as well. It's for something else, that for a character that doesn't exist yet. So like, what? You know, and I would love to see every event rather than having this thing here. You know, I would love to actually see more of this thing. Right? Every event they should give this. You know, they should give this every event. Okay, because it's so much more useful for people. Even if the substat is trash, but it's so much more useful to be able to build your character. Because building character, man, there's so many things to do, right? Right? For a character, you need leveling up the character. You need to, okay, let's go to somebody who hasn't been completed yet. Okay, see here. You know, you have to level them up. Oh, maybe this one. You'll have to level them up. You have to ascend, right? You need 15 times. Is it 15 times? No. 5 times 6. Well, 6 or 15 times actually to actually get it. Do I have somebody who is not 80 yet? No. Right here, material needed here. You get 5 every run, so you need you need 7 times of this times 30, so that's 200 what do you call it, 210 stamina, okay, to finish one character to ascend it maximum, right? But that's just the maximum one. But you know, you have, how many are these? How many stamina do you need to do all of this? You get, I mean, minimum probably around 500 stamina to do all of this, to unlock to full. But that's only ascending. You need to level up, right? You need to level up the light cone. You need to, and you know, ascend the light cone as well, which is kind of similar. Right? And then you need to level up all the traces, right? And then you need so many of these ones, right? You have to level up and find all of the relics. There's so many stuff, and you only have 240 stamina a day. I bet you everybody who got Kafka tomorrow, if they haven't prepared or they haven't really like saved for Kafka, or just focusing on, I want to get Kafka and I want her to be the main one, they're gonna have to do all of this farming, which probably gonna take them around a month or so. Okay, unless they really spend on stamina or buy stuff from the store, right? It's just crazy to me. I want to see them improving this system, because it's not a great feeling where you want to play more, you want to build your character more, you know, maximize your character more, and there's so many different characters and builds that you want to play with, but at the end of the day you can only play with 4 of them at a time, right? And you probably want to min-max 4 of them for your staple, or 8 for MOC, but that's pretty much it, right? Like you can't really play with any other, because you don't have the time and the materials to invest. And that's not great. I mean, come on, even for a whale, sometimes they just can't cope, right? So anyway, I would love to see MiHoYo really change this. Okay, what's next? I think that's so stamina is is another one, right? And then what was it? What something with, oh yes, traces farming. Okay, I'm currently farming for wealth, right? Because I want to use him somehow. Okay, if I go to here, the problem is, right, this highest level 6, it still may obtain, but you don't get guaranteed one of this on every run, for example. Okay, and you need so many of this, right, to max out your trace. But if I run this 3 times, I won't get this, because look at that, like, what's the point of having so many levels like this, right? Ideally, what they should have done is that, okay, that's, you obtain that, this one you still obtain that, this one you obtain this too, but this might be a chance, this one should be surely you will get that, right? This one you'll get this and a chance to get this, but for this one you should be able to you will get this nonetheless, even if you reduce the amount of things that you get for this one, but guarantee this one, then it would be great. Because then, like if you're ascending, doing the ascension materials, right, where is the ascension materials? This one, you will get guaranteed 5 of this every time. That's a great feeling because it's a certain thing, right? While this one, why do you have gacha in a gacha? You know, like, why do you have RNG upon RNG upon RNG? It's really not a great feeling. Okay, so this, everything else is fine. Like, to me, you know, they have a good, you know, good way and keep on people intact. The other one is probably just like some people probably already say this, all the enemies that is on the map, ideally you kind of want to you know, be able to drop more stuff or more important materials, because you know, in the later stages they're quite hard. Okay, they're quite hard, and you know, but at the end of the day you kind of want people to run around the map, look around, you know, kill enemies. I mean, that's what RPG is all about. The grind is actually, you go like, why do you create a battle-based RPG where you don't battle? Like, you just there waiting for the time, and then you go in like 5 minutes and it's done. It's not a nice feeling, right? Show your courage. You know. So like this, for example, right? What are we going to get from this? Let's have a look. Here, the thunder. See, they're quite tough. This is quite tough enemy. This is not an easy enemy. Right? What do you get from it? See? This 143 credit. 143 credit, right? Okay. And how much do you need to spend to increase one of them? 160,000 credit to level up one trace. So yeah, so it's an expensive exercise to actually level up or maximum your character, and to be able to like have fun really with your character. You know, heck, just create like a really hard stages, for example, where, you know, like usually you have this in some gacha games. Once you finish the normal mode, then you have like the difficult mode, you know, where you have to really you know, kind of challenge it, and you have to think, and you have to, you know, level up to actually reach that point. So yeah, guys, you know, those are the quality of life changes I would love to see. Yeah, this is pretty cool like this. Maybe I'll take a photo like this. There you go. That's pretty cool. But yeah, have a think, guys, how you want to pull for Kafka or for Blade. I highly recommend Blade, but hey, you know what? You play gacha games sometimes just for the looks of the waifu. You don't really care whether they're really meta or really good or really great and damage and things like that. Just enjoy it, right? Enjoy the game the way you want to play it. This is a PvE game, it's not a PvP game, so do whatever you want. It's all good. But for sure, let's try and ask MiHoYo to give us more quality of life that will help us play this game for a lot longer. Alright, okay. Have a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you in the next video. Actually, for the pulls, I would love to actually get I want to finish this, right? Actually, rather than summoning for Kafka, I actually want to finish this because I want to get Clara, and she will help me to MOC auto even more easier. Alright, guys, the two characters I don't have is just Clara and Chapart. But yeah, I just want to kind of like go easy on this game, now, and just enjoying the content. And I've got all the characters that I really like, and I've done the MOC until 10 easily now. So yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.